All right, YouTube, welcome to an explanation video for Merica. So this is, one of the new racks that I came up with. I guess it was late last year, very late last year. Just went on the website. So there's a lot of controversy about this rack, and I thought I made it pretty clear in the original video for this rack. But I'll state it again, and I'll update some of my statements, I guess. Anyway, this rack is not for everyone. As you'll see on the website, if you read the description of this rack, it is not meant for everyone. It is meant for someone who has a lot of space and a lot of distance and wants to fill up the sky in every single direction. So, yes, this goes against the rules. I shouldn't say rules. They're not rules. They're guidelines that you don't want anything to be facing your audience or going directly over your audience. I absolutely agree with that, okay? That is a very, very easy and thing to understand. However, the number one rule in fireworks is safety. And with safety comes distance. And if you are shooting with less than 200 feet to your audience or structures or anything else, then guess what? You're not following the guidelines and the safety rules, okay? So, again, this rack, not for everyone. And that's why I have you checking a box that says you understand you're going to be 250 feet from this thing when it's going off. This rack probably would be great with an electronic firing system, or if you are really good with fusing and you can easily attach a slow fuse to this thing, which would allow you to get 250 feet from it. Now, the reason I'm standing here is because this is what I consider the safe zone of this rack. Perhaps maybe right here. So I'm going to step back a little bit to help you understand this. But as I'm back here farther, right? And if you look at the angle coming off of, it'd be this tube and that tube over there. Sorry, that messed up the video. When that goes off, when those two ends go off, where's that shell going? It's going way up left and way up right. And it's not going to be over the top of myself. Now, granted, I'm not 250 feet back, but if I was 250 feet back, you get my point. So the safe zone of this thing is off this corner, or off the other one of the other four corners. Would you want it right here facing your audience? No, unless you're 250 feet back. So the same thing on this side. It's coming at you. Now, what I can do, and what it does say on the website, I can adjust this board right here and have this not so much of an angle or have it straight up. It's as simple as when you place the order, you put that in there or message me and I'll either shorten that board so it's not so much of an angle or it'll be straight up. It's completely up to you. But again, I'm hearing a whole bunch of noise, and I'm just here to tell you it's not for everyone. It's all about safety. That's why all my racks are made the way they are. And if you're off this corner, that's going to be your best bet by far, even at 250 feet. That's how I shot it in the video. I'm going to shoot it again here soon with better video and with some help because I had to do it by myself last time. So anyway, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. Here's my take on it, right? So here's the newest rack, the 12-shot pandemonium. And this rack would sit just like this, with your audience being right where I'm at. Now, I'm going to tell you, and I've seen hundreds of pictures and video after a rack has KO'd. I'm not saying my racks, because it does happen to everyone's racks, not just mine. But when this rack KOs and these tubes fall forward towards me, which is exactly what happens when the rack blows apart, Are you trying to tell me that none of those pipe are facing the audience when they fall over? And if you're not 200 feet from it, what do you think is going to happen? It's shooting into your audience. I mean, everyone always wants to talk safety, and if there's a CATO, this, that, and the other thing. I completely agree. But if you're trying to tell me when a rack is parallel to the audience and something goes wrong and none of those fall forward towards an audience, you're lying to yourself. And what else CATOs all the time? Cakes. Cakes, CATO way more than shells do. And what happens when those cakes blow apart, especially one of the tubes in the center? They all fall down in just every single freaking direction. I've been to enough shows to see that happen, and it shoots into the crowd. Now, it's the same thing. So back to this, safety. Distance is your friend. I will say it 100 times if I say it one time. Distance is your friend. Electronic firing systems make distance a lot easier to accomplish. But again, it's all about distance. If you are 250 feet from this, you're perfectly fine, especially off this corner. You better be 200 feet from this and anything else you're shooting as well. If you're hand lighting, well, hopefully you got slow fuse and you can get far enough back. That's a whole nother story though. But this is about this rack. It's off this corner. That's your safe spot. And if you have any questions or you would like to express your opinion to me, please call me. Please text me. Whatever you'd like to do. I'd prefer you don't put it all over social media, but I know you guys, some of you guys will. And, you know, it is what it is. But if you'd like to have a civil conversation with me about this and dispute anything I've said, I'll be more than happy to listen and have a conversation with you. So, Merica, pandemonium. Oh, and I'm going to walk over here one more time for 21 guns. And there's 21 guns. I just thought I'd show you those. Oh, I should show you all this too. Look at all the serpents I got. This is another order I'm working on. I'll expand on this later. Those are all serpents. And then there's mayhems here. Man, this turned into be a long video. Sorry, guys. I was saying a few things. But anyways, let me know your thoughts. Thanks, YouTube.